Hey there everyone, what's up? This is Ram here. I hope that you all are doing well, and I'm sure that you all have enjoyed this last time video. So last time we were working on this portfolio project, and I have told you that it is going to be a single page application or a single page website. I have shown you the demo of this one. We have finished with our HTML and CSS section. So today we are going to work with our JavaScript and we are going to make it functional. But before going to that part, first of all, let me tell you that we had some bugs or flaws or some sort of things we haven't done. Like we missed our kind of some, if we say that, mistakes we had. So let me fix that one first and then we will move on to the functionality. So today we are going to finish this one. It is going to be like this one. This is the demo website I have shown you. So when I click on it, it is going to behave, and it is actually working nicely, and it's a single page application or a website. So here is our portfolio we were working on. So let's go to the editor. Mine is this VS Code editor, and the problems we had, I actually use these commented lines here to fix those issues. Okay, so first of all, let me show you the problems. First of all, if you guys don't remember, let me show you. The first problem was this hamburger menu, and we are going to fix bit now, and then rest of the things we are going to fix in JavaScript. Then we have the problem with this skills section, like these cards, they are not looking good. The space is, there is some extra space between around these cards. And then we had only this problem. Okay, so let's go to the editor and start working with this one. So here we are in our VS Code editor, and the first problem was Nav Toggles. So in this responsive section, what I'm going to do, let me show you that we don't have to do anything with the index.html. This JS main.js is also, we haven't done anything yet, and this is the main.css. And we had the problems here in the main.css. So first of all, here in the responsive section, we are, let me take you, we'll fix these issues. Okay, there is an issue, this one issue, I'll fix it, but it will not be so clear right now. So first of all, let me show you the nav toggle issue, where I have to go with the color, and the color is going to be, I have written here, need fixing. The color is going to be white. Let me save it and let me show you this one. First of all, when I'm here, you can see here also, and it gives a bit of effect. Here is actually the nav toggle, and the nav toggle is now, before it was black, but now it is white, and it has to be here. So when we will use JavaScript, it will fix, and we will fix some other things also. It is not going to go here itself, we have to use some other things also. Okay, so just the first issue was this one. Okay, it has some others, but we are going to fix them after having a JavaScript. Okay, and then let's fix this skills section, these cards. So for these cards, actually I forgot when I was checking the code of this section, and I have found a mistake here, and the mistake was here in the skills section. There, here with the padding, I just used padding 42. I have to use 0 also, and when I save it, let me show you. Now you can see that it is looking good. It is looking nice and good. So these two mistakes we had, and then so let's go to the main.js, and in main.js we are going to have we have to set the functionality and make it responsive, because now it is not as responsive means in sense of functionality. Okay, So let's go to the main.js. We already attached this here in the index.html. Let me show you. We already attached it. Look at this code, the script. So main.js. Now we are going to work with this. So let's start working here. So the immediate invoke function, which is iffy, and I'm going to have a iffy here. So first of all, let me use the arrow function here, and then I would like to go with the I would like to here I want to call the function the iffy, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to write all the code within this block. Okay, so first of all, I would like to declare the variable, and the variable is going to be, I want to be descriptive in declaring the variable, so it would be easy for you guys to understand that what's going on. So for the mobile width, which is going to be 680, then let's declare another const, and it is going to say add menu background. Okay, and having a function here. So this again, I'm going to use an arrow function, and now let's declare the variable, and this is going to be the const, and the page width, and I am going to use the window inner width property, and then I would like to declare another variable. So I'm saying that body is body offset, and then let's say document dot element document element property with the scroll top method, scroll top, and what it is going to do, let me show you. Okay, another variable, let me declare, and it is going to be navigation. So I'm saying that document dot not query selector, and here I'm going to select the header and nav. Okay, now where is this header and nav? Let's go to the CSS, and if you see here on line 21 it is just here. So this, we have this header nav, and we are going to have this one here. Okay, we are calling it here in this navigation variable. Now I'm going to apply the condition here, and then we will call this one here, this add menu background, we will call it. Right now we are just declaring it. So what we are going to do next is, I would like to let me check something. Okay, so I would like to have a condition here. The condition is going to be, if the page width is greater than the mobile width, then what it is going to do. Okay, then this condition is going to be applied. The body offset is going to be greater than 0. I'm using a ternary operator here. And then navigation, okay, navigation, and let's use a class list property, and let's use add method here. So it is going to add the nav fixed properties. So nav fixed properties are already defined in CSS. Let me show you. Okay, that nav fixed, and as I've told you that I'm using a ternary operator here. So it is going to say that navigation is going to have a property of class list, and then it is going to remove So here we are using the add method, and then we are going to use a remove method for the nav fixed. I'll show you what I'm saying here. So I'm saying that if the body offset is greater than 0, then the navigation classes property is going to add the method of navfix. What is the navfix method? Here in the CSS, it is here. This one, can you see this background? This RGB color. Let me show you in the demo section. I'm just explaining you here, so it will be easy for you to understand that what this nav fixed is going to do. So this one, can you see when now I'm scrolling? So it is going to adding the method. The method is this one. The add method is like navfix property, which is a background. Okay, and when it is going back to its position 0, it is not going to show anything. It is removed. Okay, so this is what we are doing here in JS. Now the next thing is we have to let's call this function here. So first of all, let me finish this, then we will call at once, okay? Because I want to finish it first. Then after this, let's declare another variable. It is going to be reorder menu. Not reorder menu, but reorder. Not use reorder. Let's say responsive menu. You know, reorder responsive menu, spelling reorder responsive menu. So it will be easy for you to understand. Actually, I don't want to explain in too much detail, but now again I'm going to use the arrow function here, and then let's declare the variable. The const is going to have a page width, and this page width is going to get the window inner width property again, as we have this window inner width property here. Okay, this one. So what it is going to do, let's have a constant again, and let's declare the nav container variable, and it is going to say that document dot query selector. Now what it is going to do here, the header and the nav plus the container class. Okay, and what it is going to do, I will show you. Then let's declare again the constant navigation. Okay, and here let's say the document dot query selector method is going to have a header, the nav, and this time why header nav? Because here in the main.css, this one, can you see nav fixed, then with ULI navigation or just navigation we have somewhere here. So can you see all this? So we are calling these classes or these properties. So now we are going to say that the navigation header nav is going to have a navigation, this navigation, and then let's have another variable which is going to be mobile navigation, and let's say document, let's get it from the query selector, and now I would like to have it from the body. If body is going to be greater than the navigation. Okay, we have declared it here. Now I'm going to apply the condition. Okay, so let's say if again page width is going to be less than equal to mobile width and navigation. So this is a condition we are going to apply. Then what it is going to do, document is going to get body, and let's use the insert adjacent element method. What it is going to do, they are let's say after begin, or after, like, you know what it is going to, like, after starting or after commencing it, the navigation, else if another condition. I'll explain you, don't worry, okay? I'll explain you, hold a minute, hold a moment. Then the page width is going to be greater than mobile width and mobile navigation. Then it is going to say that let's have a nav container. I'm talking about this one, okay? So nav container. What the nav container is going to do is going to, let's use the insert adjacent element. I'm going to explain, just a minute. So let me write in before begin, then the mobile navigation, okay. First of all, let me explain what it is going to do. It is quite descriptive, but just let me help you that we have declared the variables, the page width variable. So the spelling of container is container. Okay, so we are going to call this a reorder responsive menu. Right now we are not doing this, we will call it, or if you guys want me, let me call it here, okay? Okay, so reorder responsive menu, okay? And what it is going to do, it has a I've used the arrow function here, declare the constant page width and the Windows inner property, inner width property, then the nav container and other variable, which is going, what this nav container is going to do. We have got the query select, we have got the header nav container property, and this property is going to be here in this navigation, this nav container. Then we have the navigation, it has the navigation class, and then the mobile navigation. What it is going to do, if the body is going to be greater than the navigation, then this condition is going to apply in all these things. How? If the page width is going to be less than equal to mobile width and navigation, then it is going to use the method of insert adjacent element, that after commencing it or starting it, the navigation. Otherwise, the mobile the page width is going to be, if the page width is, the second if is going to be that the mobile width is greater and the navigation, mobile navigation, like this navigation, then the nav container, this one, this header and nav container class, the container class is going to perform this before begin mobile navigation function, okay? It is going to behave like this. Actually, I never teach this one, before in the past. I never taught this JavaScript. I'm trying to go with the JavaScript, okay? So if you are confused somewhere, just tell me and I'll try to be more descriptive, or I'll try to change my method of explaining these things, okay? So now what we are going to do next, we are going to have another let's say another function that's this is going to be the mobile menu toggle. So we are going to define the menu toggle functionality here, and again I would like to go with the arrow function, and this arrow function is going to have a const variable which is going to say menu toggle, and in this menu toggle document. Let's get this one from the CSS, okay, or from our document. So we have a Nav Toggle class there in our document, and what we are going to do here, we are going to get the menu toggle. Let's use the event listener here, and let's see the click, and when we click on it, it is going to perform something, going to perform a function. So then after let's have a what it is going to do, the const, and this time I'm going to call this menu toggle, and the menu toggle sorry, it is not going to be the menu toggle, it is going to be the mobile navigation. Constant is going to be the mobile navigation, and now we are going to get the navigation from our document. So navigation class, so how we are going to do this, the query selector, let's say body is greater than the navigation class, okay. So what it is going to do with us, we have to use the mobile navigation and then classless property, and let's use the toggle method here. And all these methods are actually built in JavaScript, sorry, that Bootstrap, so we don't need to use them. But in case, let's say that if when the when the toggle button is going to be clicked, then the navigation is going to open, and we have already declared this navigation open class here. So we are going to get the properties of this one here somewhere. What is the name of this? It is navigation opened. Let me show you that one. So you can see here we have a navigation open class. So it is going to have, this is the max width and this is the transition. So when the toggle button, that hamburger menu, is going to click, it has a event listener method. When it is going to click, then the toggle is going to apply the classless property. The mobile navigation is going to apply the classless property, and the toggle button is going to apply this navigation opened property, which we already declared in our CSS. Okay. So for this one, and now we have to call this one also. So let me call it here. Okay. You know what, why I'm using this one, let me get it from here. So mobile menu toggle. Okay, I'm just going to copy it from here and let me paste it here, and we're going to call it here. Okay, then the next thing is these nav items click. Okay, when I'm clicking on it, which one is opened? Okay, so we are working, yeah, let me show you from here. It has this one, so it is going to perform this, it is going to perform something. Okay, so here it was just jumping, it's just jumping, it's not doing anything. Let's go, and now we have to work with this thing. So this thing is going to be, let's have a const, and here on nav item click, what is this going to do? a nav item click. Let's declare the variable first. So nav item list, and let's say document query select method, and this time we are going to select all. So what we are going to select, we are going to select the let me show you. We are going to select the, where is that? We are going to select these section links. Okay, so that's why I have used all, because we have 3, 4 or more than 4 these section link classes. So we are going to select all these classes here. So document.query selector all, it is going to select all these section link classes. Okay, so for this, let's say section link, and now this section link let's say we have a section link, and now I would like to have another const, and this const is going to say nav items. What these nav items are going to do, using an array spreading, so is going to go one by one, or it is going it's just, I'm just spreading it. So the nav item list, calling this because it has section link as all section links, it is going to move to them one by one. So that's I'm using this spreading array. Okay, spreading array or method. I'm not clear how to say this one. Okay, so it's something in my mind, but I'm just trying to say it properly. Then we have to go with the nav items, not list, nav items, and let's use the loop. So the for each method here, and where the for each, it is what the for each means that each section link one by one, the section link is the item is going to be let's use the first of all item event listener here. So it is going to be add event listener, and let's use a click, and an event is going to occur. So what kind of event is going to be, I'm sure that you guys know about the prevent default. Prevent default means it has a default property, so we are going to prevent that. We are not going to use that default method here, so we are preventing ourselves by using that method. And then after, let's have another constant where I would like to say that section ID is going to have an event, and target, and let's use it get target attribute here, target attribute, and all the links, all the hrefs, or this is what we are, as I've told you, that here is when we click on it, as an event is occurring. So when we click on it, and this is a event listener is going to add the method of click, and when we click, it is moving here, and it is performing something. Okay, there is a functionality which is this smooth scrolling functionality, and we are going to have this one here. So we are going to say that each link here, the attribute is going to, the target, it is going to have a target, and it is not even, it is event, and I think I've made a mistake somewhere else also. So I will use the console method. And then we have to use them or event dot target, let's use the data set and the href. Okay, now we are going to say that we will call this a scroll top section, but let me have it here first and then I'm going to use it. Okay, the scroll top section, and here I would like to say section ID. So now first of all, let's have this scroll top section here. What we are going to do here in the, let's have a const, and it is saying scroll top section, and is going to assign a section ID where we are going to have a again function. So let's let section position and section offset. Okay, then let's declare another constant. Let's say navigation height. It is going to be equal to document dot query selector method, and we do have a header nav. So then it is going to say the offset height. Offset height, and let's have another variable which is going to be the page width, where window is going to get the inner width property. And now let's apply some condition here. So if the section ID, let me explain you again here, because I think that we have assigned the IDs to each section. Okay, the skills section has a skills ID, then the gallery section has a gallery ID, and a testimonial section has a testimonials ID. Okay, so what we are going to say that if the section ID is not equal to ID, okay, then the section offset is going to perform let me say document is going to use this query selector method, and the section ID, let's say offset top, and the section position is going to have a page, the page width, then it is going to be greater than the mobile width, and let's use a ternary operator here, and then if section offset is going to decrease the navigation height, then it is going to have a section offset. Okay, else if the condition is different, then the section position is going to be 0. Okay, and then we have to say that the window, let's use the window scroll top not scroll top, Windows scroll to, then the Windows is going to scroll the behavior. Let's call a behavior here. So this behavior it is going to be smooth. Okay, and let's have it smooth, and the left is going to be, sorry, 0. Why I'm calling a string 0? Hold on. Just a minute. Okay, and the top is going to be, it is not going to be a semicolon here, sorry, it is a comma, because we are having a top and the section position. Okay, so let's save it. It's not a scroll top, sorry, it's a scroll 2. Let me have a glass of water. We have to call this also on nav item click. I didn't call it, I should call it here. So and then we have to go with the, okay, we have done with the navigation. Okay, so we have let me check again. Okay, so now let's check the errors, and I'm sure we do have. So first of all, okay, let me scroll, let's refresh first. And yeah, the background is not going to appear here. Okay, we'll fix the background issue again. And here the navigation is, it's not working. So let's, dock into this, the console, and yep, we do have error here in line number 32. So let's check line 32, toggle navigation opened. Okay, so I understand, because as I've told you in the beginning that we have to fix some things in the CSS. So here in the main.css, the navigation opened, and yep, this one, the toggle, nav toggle. You know what I'm going to do? Let me use this one. Okay, first of all, let's save it, because when I was doing it, I know that it's going to have some issues. So okay, and now when I click on it, it opens. So, and it's working. Okay, so it was the issue here we had. Let me close it from here and let me refresh it again. Okay, and the background issue, we will solve that one also, but first we have solved that navigation, the hamburger menu issue, the toggle button issue. So that is solved by having this z index 1. Okay, so this one is solved. Now before moving on, before solving the other issues, you know what, let me finish this one, because the background is also not appearing. So let's finish it, and it is also jumping, not giving us the smooth scroll. So first of all, let's fix these, and this one, the gallery section. You know, when I'm clicking on it and nothing is happening here, and then in this client section, and then we will also fix this browser issue. No, not the browser issue, but or maybe I think it's a browser issue. If there is a browser issue, it will be solved. If there isn't, then we will solve it by fixing it in the code. Okay, so first of all, let's now after the hamburger menu, let's do this one, this gallery section and the client section. Then after we will come back and fix the other issues. Okay, so here we are, and first of all, let's go to the next section. Here, so now what we are going to do, let's have a constant here, and it is going to say on client change. Okay, let's have a function here, and let's say let first child and the last child let's have a constant here, and the previous arrow from the document. Let's use the query selector method, and it has an ID. The ID is a client prev ID, and let's have another constant which is saying next arrow, and here the document dot query selector. Again, let's get the ID, and again the ID is going to be client next. So these are the IDs we already assigned, and let's say const, and then we have a testimonials class. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the query selector method and a testimonials class with the unordered list of this one. So we are saying that document is going to add event listener, and on click, when we are going to click, it is going to have a function, and this function is saying that let's apply a condition that if event target, and then it is going to be equal to the previous arrow and the last child of the, it is going to happen the testimonials, last element child, and last element child, and let's say the testimonials. It's going to use the insert adjacent element, and before begin, actually not before begin, sorry, after begin, the last child, after begin the last child is the last child. We have to use the else if method here. Else if again, and here the event target is going to say next arrow. You know what I have done here? It's a mistake because I have to this condition here. Okay, and now we have to say that the first child is going to be equal to the testimonials first. I'll explain you just a minute. Okay, first element child, and the testimonials are going to use the add adjacent element method, and then before begin the after beginning and before ending, sorry, before end, the first child is going to do something. The first child so let's call this one here. Let's on client change, copy this. I want to call this here, call it this function here, and let's go to the gallery, and then after we will fix it. If we will have the issues, we'll fix them all together. Okay, then after the gallery section, so let's have a const on gallery image click, because right now when we were clicking nothing is happening, so I have to perform some function. So the const is going to have a gallery, and let me have a water. Okay, so the const gallery image list, let's have a document dot query selector, and we are going to select all the images. So let's get the ID. So the ID is gallery, and then we have a list items, so all the list items in the gallery, and then let's get the gallery images. I'm going to use the spread like one by one, so it is going to get all list, and then we have to say gallery images for each method, and for each image the image is going to have a function. It's going to say image, and let's use an event listener, and on click, click, and we have to say event, and the gallery image is going to open when the event is going to target. Okay, then we have to get this, then let's use this, hold on, we are going to have this here, the gallery image function. So let's say we just call it there and we have to create it now. So the gallery image, open it, let's create it here. So okay, so we are creating this one. Okay, we didn't create this one, I just call it and I didn't create it. Now I'm creating it. So it is going to say the image, and the image is, I'm going to have the const, and the image source is going to have an image which is saying get attribute, and the attribute is source. Okay, it's going to get the image from the source, and let's use again a const just saying opened image, and let's use the backtick, and I'm saying div, the class is overlay. If you remember, we have an overlay class, and you know I have to wrap this class, and let's say that image source, and I'm going to use the image source, what I'm writing, image source. So you know the mistake I've made here. Okay, and then it should have a alt. Okay, let's have a span element. Okay, so the span is going to have a class, and this, the class is going to be overlay, and overlay close, actually overlay close, and here let me show you that when it is going to click on this button, this X sign, then it is going to close the image. Okay, so let's close the span element here, not span, and the division also, this div. Okay, now we have to go with the document body, and let's say insert adjacent element, and this time it is not going to be element, it is going to be HTML, and say before begin, not begin, actually it's going to be before end, before ending the opened image. Gallery image close. Okay, and now I have to create this function. Okay, I just call it, and now I'm going to click create it. So let's say const, I know it is a bit confusing, I'm not feeling good, so I just want to finish this one. So let's finish this. I'll try to explain it. If you didn't understand anything, ask me in the comment, please. Close, and now it's going to have a arrow function, and after having this, excuse me, const, and let's see the close button, saying document and so what I query selector, and sorry, let's use the overlay class here. This overlay is from CSS, overlay close class from CSS, and then we have to say that close button is going to have, let's add an event listener here. So on click is going to perform some function, and the constant is going to have, this const is going to have an overlay, and document dot query selector. Let's have a overlay class here. So overlay, and let's close it, and then it is going to remove the overlay. So how it is going to do that? Let's use the remove method, and when it is going to remove, nothing is going to happen. It is just going to remove it, and then after, let's have a okay, this working, this section, client view section, because let me check. Yeah, we have called it, it is working. And yeah, so the thing which is not, let's check this one. No, we didn't call it yet. I didn't call it. Yeah, so it is not working. So now this one and the background of this one is left, so let's see. And this also, the jumping thing. So here in this after this, let's use oh god, let's say window is going to have a add event listener, and let's have a, actually my mistake, I didn't call it this scroll. I just created this above and I didn't work with it, so now I just noticed it. So let's fix this one. We have this add menu background and I didn't call it anywhere, this one. So I didn't call this one, so I'm just thinking, because I just called this one the reorder responsive menu. I didn't call that one. So let's fix this one. I just remember. Okay, so what we have to do, let's see, add menu background, and now we have to say the window add event listener, and we are going to have a resize, and let's having a resizing function, and that's all. Let's save it. Okay, now let's call this this gallery one. Okay, the on gallery image. On gallery image, click. Okay, and I think it is going to work now. image change, not change, sorry, on gallery image, click. Let's get that one, this one, on gallery image, click. Let's call this here. I think it is going to work now because let's browser, it was refreshed, it's every, oh gosh. Okay, so finally we have done with lots of errors and mistakes. We have fixed this navigation bar issue because I remember I didn't call this one, the first one. And now let's use this smooth scrolling is not working. Let's fix this one also. It's just jumping, right? It has to behave like this. It's not behaving like this. There is a mistake somewhere. We'll fix this one, and let's fix this issue also. Yeah, it also had the issue. So you know where is the issue? Let me show you. Because it is at the back of this navigation bar, so it's not working. So for this, here in the main.css overlay, there is an overlay class. Let me go to the overlay class. I fixed this issue before, so yep. In this overlay class, we have to use this z-index, okay? So after having this z-index, now it is here. It is on top, and the navigation bar is in the back of this one. So it is closed. If we click on this image, click, and it is going to close. And this section is also working, client's views. Now we only need to, you can see, we only need to work with this smooth scrolling. So it is just jumping. I want the smooth scrolling. Let's fix this issue. Okay, so let's fix this. I have seen some flaws. I would like to see, I want to fix those issues with you guys. So first of all, here in the nav item, on nav item, click here. First of all, the section link is going to be section link. Then this other mistake is this event dot prevent default. Then it is not scroll top section, it is scroll to section. And then it is also going to be the function I have declared as here. Sorry, I call it here, and then then it is here. So now it is going to work. Okay, let's go to the browser and let's see. So when I okay, contact, and now let's go back to the home or the main hero image. So here is the here it is the final project or the final look of this web page. Let's check everything again. So we have checked the smooth scrolling, it is working. Then we have a work section. So when I click on it, the image appears, and when I click on this button, it disappears. Well, let's check go with another image. It is also, and let's go with the client section. So I'm clicking on it, the images are changing. So you can see now here, you can see both of the arrows are working. And now let's check the responsiveness. So here in the responsive section, okay, let me refresh it. And the hamburger menu, when I click on it, it is also working here again. If we go to the testimonials, we are here on testimonial section. The testimonials are here. It is also working nicely. Let me dock it here. Okay, and let's go back and look, you guys can see the cards. Okay, we close it. It is looking nice, responsive. So we have created a nice responsive JavaScript project or a single page website. So that was my browser issue. Okay, so it is working nicely and it is looking good. So I hope that you guys will like this, and in the next project we'll learn something new using JavaScript. If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the like button for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Hasta la vista. Ciao, ciao.